everyone for tuning in and joining us for Bourbon with Channel Hunters. So this is actually the first one ever, right? And I couldn't think of anyone better to launch this video series where we interview current clients. I have my two really good friends.
So I'm McDonald, and I am one of the founders of T3 Tech Partners, and we are a fractional tier 3 focused on helping MSPs make more money and get more done without having to hire.
I'm Ballane, and I am the other co-founder, which I also own MSPs. Bring a unique perspective to T3 Tech Partners.
In general, how was your experience? And give it to us raw, because we're drinking here. This is Bourbon with Channel Hunters, so you shouldn't hold back, right?
That's why you liquored us up first?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
My perspective, since I oversee our sales side and our growth of getting new customers and whatnot, Channel Hunters has given us the best ROI, right? So for our spend, it's our best ROI, for sure, right? You go to an event or a conference, you spend all this money, and you get 1 or 2 customers. For the money we spend with you guys, we get more than the equivalent dollar. You don't have to fly to a different state and set up a booth, right? So there's definite benefit there. And we have said that, and one of the reasons we moved all the way up to that full-time caller was because we get these peaks and valleys. We're out at events and whatnot, and I'll give all this follow-up, and then in 6 weeks it's dead. So having the caller helps fill those valleys, so it's more of a consistent lead flow. I really like is that we're not just getting an appointment with somebody that's saying, "Oh, why are we talking?" Right? You guys have already worked them through the first phases of the sales process, and they're more problem aware, they're more solution aware, and it's like, I need to talk to these people, right? And that's where we want to talk to them, because it's really the best use of our time. And I'm a closer, so I'm ready to get a contract signed. Right?
Close it.
So I don't want to prospect.
So for my take, the thing is that there are a lot of people out there that will cold call you for you from on the internet. You can find something.
Right.
Thing is, somebody that knows our industry, it makes a difference.
Absolutely.
You have to know what this industry's the pain points that they solve, and what the people that we are searching for as customers are looking for, and the conversations you need to hold. You can't. The people who cold call for, I don't know, Costco or medical devices or whatever, it's not the same. You need somebody that specializes in our industry in order to be successful.
How's the relationship with the caller, right?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things that we love to focus on. And we do tell MSPs and vendors that use us that, you don't have to have a relationship with the caller. You can never talk to your caller if you don't want to. If you don't want to have that level of experience, right? Like, we'll do all the managing, training, KPI monitoring, making sure things happen, right? And if something goes wrong, then we can switch the caller out if we need to. But the ultimate goal is to put you with a caller that is your caller for the long run. Right? And we have clients that have the same caller for years, right? But what we've seen is that the people, partners that engage with their caller and make them feel like a part of the team are really the ones that are responding to success, because now that person feels invested in your success.
I'm in touch with our caller every day, multiple times a day. We message each other throughout the day on Teams. We're always shooting emails back and forth about appointments. Well, this is you probably don't even see.
You see
the Teams messages, but there's a bunch of emails.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that happens with him, and he's so pumped about getting us things. Like, he is. I actually, he's more into it than I am. Right? Like, he is all about, like, I don't know. He's just like so into it. So that is awesome. I think the other thing that's great is we built this like cadence together, where I'll work the deal, I'll update him on the first call with the customer, and sometimes we know right away they're not ready yet. We're gonna hit him again in 6 months. I'll send it back to him and say, hey, follow up in 6 months and let's get another one on the calendar. And he's like, he loves that, because the likelihood of that one goes again, right? He's like, I'm on it, right? He's invested. He likes being part of this team.
Well, I might be the opposite side, right? There are some MSPs that are less actively involved in their caller. But here's the thing, I still feel like he is our cheerleader. So I am the techie side of it, right?
Right.
And so I'm knee deep in tech most of the time. But I'm still seeing the chatter, and I'm still seeing how enthusiastic he is.
Right.
So I know what's going on at a high level, you know, and I see what's going on, and the enthusiasm level is quite high, and it gives me extra enthusiasm about what's going on in my sales side.
I don't want these videos and these interviews to be all fluff, right? Because we always see these sales videos and people put out, they're like, you know, and it's only the good stuff, it's only the great stuff, right? Honestly, so everyone knows that this isn't fluff. Like, if we could do something better, what would it be?
So I'm not even going to say that. I'm going to say we started off and it didn't work without calling. And we talked about it right away. Actually, Helen was on top of it. She knew it. I could see it in her face on the meeting. And I just kind of was like, I'm giving this a little time to see where they're going with it because I'm just going to trust that they're going to figure it out. And that caller was pulled within a few days, right?
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out. And it's no different. In my eyes, it was no different than if we were to hire a caller on our own. Yeah, it just didn't work out. They didn't follow the process, right? The best part of it is we fixed it. Chris was completely underwhelmed. Was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, she was worried about, like, is this what we're getting? And I'm like, I don't feel that way. I'm a little less risk averse, and she's more risk averse.
Yeah.
I think that's a way to put it.
And that's okay though. So
It works.
you know what? And I love that you told that story, right? Because I don't want these interviews to feel like all fluff, right? And you know, there are times where we're not perfect out of the gate, right? I mean, one of our longest running clients, $2 Digital, right? His first 4 months were awful. I was embarrassed, right? This was like almost 3 years ago, right? And we went through a handful of callers, right? You know, we had to give a guarantee every month, right? But that's why we had a guarantee, because if you know what, if we're dropping the ball, you know, you're not paying for it, right? And that's how it works, right? We hold ourselves accountable, right? But by the 4th month, he stuck with us for 4 months, right? And we, you know, just getting, you know, heavy discounts because of our failures, right? That's okay. We told him, we reassured him we were going to make this right. And now he's had the same caller for 2 years. I had another caller and had that one for a year. You know, it's not always going to be perfect, but we're going to fix it when it's not.
It's no different than hiring. Like, if we were to hire on our own, right?
Right, but if you would have hired on your
You're
own,
gonna have the same problem.
to sit there and turn around to another person, it would have took you longer.
Agreed.
You would have
Agreed.
onboard them, hire them.
Plus, we would have had to train them on
Agreed.
sales calls, figured out what their script was.
Process. The process.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The process is worth every ounce of money and effort.
Okay. So we're gonna flip it back, right? So you guys have been with us for a while now, right? I know you're a part of the Business Cargo Managers, right? Our buddy Joe. Call him Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Joe, hey!
Hi, Joe.
I'm gonna love that shout out.
And you know, we made a big turn in 2026, right? So one of the things we found, right, is that there are some MSPs that are not great at selling, right? Okay? And they will self-admit it. And there are some MSPs that are great at selling, but you know, they need a better process of selling leads that aren't referrals, right? So we ended up putting the other guy where Joe and his team are going to help, and we're giving to every net new client signs up. Everyone goes to it, right? So, you know, knowing what you know about, you know, cargo management and they're just, because I know they do a lot of things, but what the sales process, right? So if I'm a new MSP and I'm looking for channel managers, I'm being told there's a sales process, but I feel like I'm the best salesperson in the world. What would you tell me?
Like, I represent this more than George does.
Okay.
Because I'm a techie. I'm a techie at heart.
Yeah.
And sales is a secondary
Yeah.
skill. I had to learn. It wasn't something that I had naturally. And Joe and George have been, you know, kind of, the whole process has been something that I've been learning over the course of time. And, you know, it doesn't come easy to a core technician.
Right.
It doesn't come easy. And it's all about practice, all about mentorship. And getting that mentorship from somebody, but on the flip side, I never thought I was good at sales. That's the thing, that I never did think I was good at sales. So then I was able to take in the information.
So I've always been a natural salesperson.
Yeah.
And then when I started working with Joe, it helped me refine my sales skills because I never had any form of sales training. And frankly, I got really far with my business and growing my business. closing 9 out of 10 that I got in front of before even working with them. I would say to people that are like, well, I can sell, I don't really need it. You can always improve something. You can always improve a process. You can always improve sales. I would guarantee, I wasn't guaranteed, but I would bet most are just winging their sales process. And they don't have a clearly defined sales process. And it doesn't have to be this long, elaborate thing. Like our sales process for tech partners is first meeting with me, follow-up meeting, me and Chris to bring in the technical confidence. Third meeting is closed. That's my process. And we'll have that third meeting 3, 4, 5 times if a customer needs it, but we're always bam. We're always setting another meeting at that meeting. That's the process.
So think about it from the MSP perspective. Now you're talking about T3, which is we're an MSP for MSPs, right? But let's talk about MSP perspective.
Yeah.
Their sales process is a little bit different.
Sure.
Right? So how does that play?
So I'm also an MSP. Chris is also an MSP. And I have a caller that just started with Channel Hunters 10 days ago, right? And yesterday I got my first lead appointment set. So what's that? 9 days, right? And it's a 40-person doctor's office. Damn good lead for an MSP to get. So what's the process? Right? There still has to be a process. Now, I've decided, and some MSPs will say I want to go in person for all of them, right? I've decided, to avoid driving all over the place, that I want to have a first quick discovery call. Yeah, and that's my process. Am I a good fit for you? Are you a good fit for me, right? And just kind of see where we're at. Are they just shopping? When are they going? When does their contract expire? Like, what's the scenario here? Because it's different than our vendor relationship with MSPs, right? They might be on a contract, whatever. We just got to kind of see where we're at. But on that meeting, I'm going to follow up and schedule an in-person visit. Absolutely. Right? That's my process.
Send me angry.
Right? It's such a simple, I'm not overcomplicating this. Right. And I think so many people say, I'll send you the proposal, or let's touch base in a week.
Or let me do a massive discovery.
Let me do a massive discovery of your environment. No, right? Like, too many people want to talk themselves out of getting that customer. And they're not all a good fit. That happens. You got to start off with, this is a potential customer. That value of that $4,000 a month customer to me is 12 months times 5 years. Right? The value there is huge, right? How much is that? I just said $250,000. Right?
Yes, annual revenue, overall valuation, and EBITDA.
Right? That's a $250,000 customer, a 3-year contract. That's $750,000 to $1 million in business value.
So, and we could edit this out later if you want, but I mean, I think you brought up that you would spend quite a bit of money on your MSP, right?
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And what were the results?
So over the years, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on leads, marketing, and throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks, right?
How much of it stuck?
I didn't get a lead. Like, I don't have a lead in my brain that I remember ever getting.
And then after 9 days, you got one.
And in 9 days,
You're
I got
only a fraction of
a 40-seat lead of a doctor's office that doesn't have an MSP right now.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a softball for me.
Because the alternative is going to your chamber of commerce,
Networking
or
and wasting
networking, or all of
getting
that.
all the onesie-twosie customers.
Oh my God.
I don't want a 2-seat customer.
Right.
I mean, how I got my first customer walking in the door with cookies. But the time and energy. It's not about money. It's time and energy that takes.
Yeah.
Right? This is not taking. This kind of stuff does not take us away from our business at all.
That's great.
So I just think there's hundreds of phone calls that have been made in the last 9 days. Hundreds.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
No.
I don't want to. I mean, hundreds of phone calls.
And it sucks, right? I mean, to do something that many times, hundreds in a day, and maybe 1% success rate, right? 99% of people are not answering or telling you no, right? That can wear you down.
That's
right?
what I was going to say, is the detriment to your psyche. that it takes. To hear no that many times. You as a business owner, you need to be pumped at all times.
Right.
You need to be on the plus side, not the negative side.
And that is why you can't have your salespeople, your closers, doing that.
It's a different skill.
Because now they need to be pumped. Like just like you said, they need to be pumped and positive, right? But if you've just been told no 142 times and finally got a yes, now you're just relieved. You're not pumped. Right?
Yes.
And tech people have a craving for the dopamine hit, right? They're doing something, they get a success, it's working. Feels good. You don't get that call. And then you don't get that following.
I would never be good at
right.
this.
No. And
No.
you know where I like it. You should see me. I get off of a meeting where the guy's like, I'm signing right now. I'm like,
Oh my God, we side
I
chat
can
during our
float out
calls.
of my chair.
Yes.
Like,
I'm like, go get him, Tiger.
yeah. I mean, so
I started off as a cold caller when I was like 17 years old. I would walk in a call center and say, all right, who's the number one person in this room, right? Okay, you're number 2 in about 2 or 3 days. Right? I was all now, right? 'Cause it wasn't about the money, it was about being the best, right?
Yeah.
And if you're the best, the money comes with it, right? But cold callers are just hired. And I'm sorry to my whole staff, I'm making a joke, right? But I tell people I manage a team of crazy people. Right? I mean, we are all slaves to be able to do it well, right?
Yeah, but you know what?
We're just different. We're wired.
no, like,
And it makes us,
everybody's got something that they're good at.
yeah.
That's their skills. Like, my caller, this guy loves getting these people on the phone and connecting and setting fun. I mean, he loves it, and I said it to him. Wow, man, you're into this.
Can I tell you what he loves? He loves knowing that if he schedules you an appointment, you're going to close it.
Well,
Yeah.
So I was at
That helps too.
And kind of going off.
He
of
gets
I feel
lots
like
of coffee.
he does-
coffees for
he
closers.
does expert. I feel like he does like this extra effort. Like, he's working so hard because, I mean, he's incentivized for a held meeting, right? I know that, and he's incentivized if I close the deal, right? Because it's a better, right? So like, he works extra hard to get me the good ones.
So he had a client that never sent a proposal really before you. So that's one of the
Really?
reasons
So
that he works
but I
so
also
hard.
think because
I
of
sent
because
a
of the
proposal.
relationship that you all know with him, I think his excitement is it's almost also like he's excited that he's doing something for you, and he can feel the pride that you
Feel the
have,
juice.
like the pride.
And the
You know
momentum,
what I mean?
because this is really,
Like that
this is giving us
happy for you, and
momentum.
he's
Yeah.
good about that, right?
Yeah.
So he's part of the team, right? So
Oh no, he feels it.
right. So I think the timetable of these interviews need to be as soon as I'm almost out of Bourbon. So we're about
okay.
there right now. So why don't
It's a little
we?
sloppy after that.
Yeah, we go around too. Yeah, their questions gonna be way different.
That's for a
right?
different.
Lord.
That's for a different show. Different show.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So why don't we do this? Why don't we conclude this by? I want you to tell everyone out there what. Again, I want you to give us a higher level overview of what 2-3 does, right? And how you can help MSPs. And give us that quick lightning sales pitch.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, all right. So we have tier 3 experts. We're talking your systems admins, your network administrators, your automations experts, your infrastructure specialists, the folks that most MSPs can't afford to have even one of on staff. And you have access to all of them at fractional rates. So blocks of hours, we're even project-based to take care of business and get stuff done.
To add a finer point, most MSPs can't afford a full-time $170,000 a year level 3 technician. Most MSPs don't have that wide a range of technical skills. It's just not normal for a human to have that wide a range of skills, right? It's not a negative. They have an area they're really good at, but a customer needs something else potentially. And hiring is hard.
Oh,
Right?
oh my
And
God.
hiring is hard.
Hiring is hard.
So by handling that, right? By knowing that, we're able to plug those holes for them, giving them a team of engineers. Because when they don't have that, right, they're hurting their business. So plugging in T3 Tech Partners results in them actually being more profitable. And we are working with a number of MSPs that are really transforming their businesses one of them specifically no longer has a T3 level 3 on their staff, okay, because they moved on to another role. He brought us in at a smaller number of hours than full-time, right? He needed 30 hours a month, not even the 160 that a full-time person would be, and he's putting over $50,000 right into his pocket. He's not paying $12,000 and $15,000 a month in payroll.
But the thing was, is that tier 3 person, the other portion of his day was being spent with tier 2 responsibility, because you had that person was just doing the rest of the day in other roles. People most of the time don't need a full-time tier 3, even any of those roles. Not a tier 3. And now you've got access to network, infrastructure, automation, cybersecurity, the whole group. Yeah. Yep.
Right, you can focus on having a clear sales process, taking in all the leads from channel hunters, following a sales process and closing more deals and making more money.
So I just had a great idea. Maybe that MSP that you helped save $150,000, maybe he can give either George or Helen a call and maybe reinvest some of that into growing his business.
You agree?
That would be great.
That would be a great idea.
100%.
I think so too.
Did you hear us out there? Fuck you, right? So I will tell you that I've known these two amazing people for a long time, and I actually do know people that use them, and everyone's happy. So if you're looking for that level of support, make sure you reach out to them. I'm sure and I'm not a tech marketer. I'm obviously a technical marketer, right? So I'm more on the telemarketing side of smarts, right? So I still have a program with PCR. Still can't figure it out, right?
Okay, well, you're just going to have to call us.
You're gonna have to throw it out.
So I think I'm going to double check with the digital marketing team.
Below, you will find our contact information. Cheers.